Like
Yeah,
that
that's
probably
what I
would
was
have
thinking about.
been.
Like it's circumstantial too, because something like a big move and it's my first time maybe, like I need everyone in my corner. This is a big scary thing for me. And to your point, like, and I agree with both of you in different ways, but I think like if I'm giving at moments where it feels like you're always in crises, this one big moment, okay, if you set me up for dinner, fine, I could give grace, but a move or something that's life changing for me, I'm going to, I can't help but notice that. Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
that's helpful context for
Yeah.
sure.
so speaking of context, let's just say they weren't boyfriend and girlfriend, they were engaged or married. Is there ever a point in someone else's relationship, if they're your best friend or what have you, where that relationship can supersede your own in that same scenario or situation?
I
Yes.
think it depends.
I think it's marriage, right? Because you're committing to this person. At least for me, I remember I was watching this episode of This Is Us, and
God.
yeah, and I don't remember their character names, but the black
Beth
couple.
and Randall.
Yes.
Love
So one of them was like, "I need my teammate,"
that. Yeah.
and it's like that is the trump card. If I say I need you, it means I need you because I need you.
Yeah, but that's why I say it depends, because there's a difference between, oh, I flaked on my friend in her moment of need because I was at dinner with my husband, or I chose to prioritize my husband's need where he needed me to be there when my friend needed me. Like, there's a difference. Like, you can't use your marriage as an excuse to be a shitty friend.
Yeah.
And I know a lot of people do that. They're like, oh, that's my husband. I'm like, yeah, but your husband didn't need you to eat dinner with him today when I was in crisis.
That's the climate of this city, though. I feel like there's like the married elite, and then there's like the single people.
The married
It
elite.
is like it's very much like people get married in this city, and all of a sudden, and I know there's again, I'm very much about the nuances and layers. So I know marriage, mortgage, money. There's all kind of things that make it so that it now becomes harder to socialize and give to your friends. But I do think that unfortunately we don't it, I don't think that married couples with single friends allow there to continue to be a community. I think
it depends,
Yeah.
because having been married and having integrated a lot of my friendships into that relationship, if my friend called in crisis, it was either both of us are going or he's saying, go and help your friend.
Right.
Because it wasn't like, oh, we're married and we're this special little grouping over here and those people over there. It was I married you and those people were important to you when I married you, so now they're important to me. And that's what it should be.
What it should be.
It's unfortunate that what you're describing exists, because that's trash.
I think that I don't think it's from a place of like intentionality to say I can't show up for my friends. I think that because we're now married and I have these responsibilities in this family unit, it's harder for me to give to my friends the way I did before.
Right.
So to your question, it's like there's a balance that we have to find, and then again it comes back to the character of the friendships, because as a married woman now, I'm not married, but if I was in a married relationship, I can't serve my bestie the way I would have before. And she's going to have to understand that as well.
Right.
But I feel like that also comes down to a conversation, right? Because ideally, when you enter a relationship, you're entering as two whole people and then you're coexisting together. But a lot of relationships, unfortunately, they do start as just being codependent right away. And you're not an individual outside of that relationship anymore. So if you both know that you still have your lives outside of each other, then you have that kind of ease of saying, I'm going to go handle my friend because I know that she needs me right now. I'll be home.
Yeah. It's also
And I know
a matter
you'll
of
be here.
intention.
You can go hang out with your friends.
Yeah,
Or you
it's
can come with
intention.
me.
You have to decide that your friendships are not going to suffer. That was something I decided. I said, I love you. I've married you. I've committed to spending all this time with you. But these people
Have been here.
These people have picked me up off the floor. Like, I don't play about friendship. If you are my friend, I will show up at your house at 3 a.m., whether it's to wipe your tears or bury a body. Like, I don't care. And those are the kind of people I keep in my life. So, yeah, if they need me, I'm gonna go.
Yeah.
And that is how my ex was as well. When his friends needed him, he was gonna go. Like, were there times that we were like, oh, I wish you weren't going right now? For sure. But you have to make that conscious decision that both of those relationships, both your friendships and your marriage, are going to be important, that you're going to make time and dedicate resources, whether those are like financial or emotional or time resources, to both of those kinds of relationships. You have to choose it.
Yeah, I'm a put my friends first over like partner.
I don't know about that.
No, I'm not telling you from my experience. That's how I am, and I've gotten in trouble for that like so many times because I'm always like 2 o'clock in the morning phone call. You have to understand from a man's perspective, it's a little bit different because you know if a man gets a phone call at 2 o'clock in the morning from another girl and this girl's really his friend though.
Y'all are knocking boot.